and welcome to today's webinar in partnership with University West from Sweden. We are very glad to have you here and to talk about the possibilities to study in English in Sweden at University West. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining. We see the first people coming into this webinar organized by Docsity in partnership with University West. I see people already logging in. Thank you very much for being here. You can write on the chat to let us know where you're connected from so that we can see where everybody is watching this webinar from. Today we will have here Giovanni Azevedo representing University West in Brazil. He will tell us about all the possibilities that you will have by studying in English in Sweden in University West. So thank you very much for joining in. We are just on time. We will going to wait a couple of minutes just to give the chance for more people to join. Just feel free to write on the chat. You will find it below on the Zoom menu. You can write there and let us know. Hi, I'm from Bosnia and Herzegovina. Hi, welcome. Thank you very much for being here with us. Okay, we see more people coming in. Thank you very much for being here with us. But just make sure that at the end of the event, we will share with you the recording of the presentation. So if your connection goes off or if you have to run off before we finish, you will be able to watch the entire presentation on the email we will send you tomorrow after the webinar is finished. So thank you very much for being here. I see more people logging in. We're just going to wait a couple of minutes. Okay. You can write on the chat here below on the Zoom menu where to let us know where you're connecting from. We love to see where people is joining from. Okay, yes, I see more people coming in. Welcome everyone, and thank you for being here for this webinar organized by Docsity in partnership with University West. We're going to talk about all the possibilities you will have studying in English in Sweden, thanks to University West. Thank you very much for joining. You will find the chat here below on the Zoom menu, and you can send us a message just to say hi and to let us know where you're connecting from. Okay, I see more people coming in. We will just wait a couple of minutes for everyone to join, and then we will start the presentation right away. We have here with us Giovanni Azevedo representing University West in Brazil, who will tell us everything about the advantages of studying in English in Sweden with University West. So in the meantime, if you would like to write on the chat where you're connecting from, just to say hi, to let us know we're going to be listened from. There will be without pressure to say hi back. Hi everyone, Alex from Uganda. Hello Alex, welcome, and thank you very much for your time and for being here with us. Okay. Hi, hello. Hello Sanya Berk. If you want to tell us where you're connecting from, it will be our pleasure to say hi. Just remember, after the presentation, we will send you an email with the registration of the event, just in case you have any problem with the connection or you have to run off before the webinar finishes. I'm here. I am from Uzbekistan. Hello, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for being here. I'm Bubakar from Gambia. Hello, Bubakar. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for joining. Okay. Okay, I see more people coming in, but maybe just not to... Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for being here. Just to not let our guests waiting for so long, we can just start the presentation, and while more people is joining, of course, as I said before, you will receive the registration of the event right after we finish. Maybe tomorrow you will have the email on your inbox with the registration and more information about University West. Today we have here Professor Giovanni Medina Acevedo, representing University West in Brazil. Today's topic is studying in English in Sweden at University West. So, Professor, thank you very much for being here with us today, and the floor is yours. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. As Lucia mentioned, my name is Giovanni, and I represent University West in Brazil, and it will be a pleasure to present West for you guys. Let me see, I will share my presentation. Lucia, can you see my presentation?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So, this is University West. Before about that, we need to talk a little bit about Sweden. Sweden, it's a part of the Scandinavia region that we have Norway, Finland, Iceland, and Denmark. And many people confuse Sweden with Switzerland, but this is Sweden. So this is a country that very, very, very nice country to live there, to study there, because they have some highlights about that. It's a safe, modern, and organized country. They have a respect for civil freedom and equal diversity. No language barrier. The majority of the people speak English very, very, very well. For instance, I teach in Sweden in English, and I don't know, my Swedish is not okay. I don't have condition to have a good life if speaking in Swedish, but I live there, and no problem to talk in English any part around Sweden. Furthermore, they have a beautiful natural, if a rich history. This is very, very innovative country. One of the countries that they have more multinational companies spread around the world. I will explain after that. It's a home international business. They have excellent public transport system, and concerned the education, it's very, very internationalized. For instance, the majority of Swedish universities, they have at least between 15% of the students, they are foreign, they are not Swedish. And they have a good atmosphere because it's very, very informal, independence, and influence. So, about Sweden, we have a traditional thing about the Swedish culture called fika. Fika is Swedish traditional where you take time out of your day to pause and enjoy a hot drink and a snack. But it's not just about appreciate a good cup of coffee. This is a ritual, very, very important for Swedish, that you give yourself a moment to have a break in socializing. This is, if you study in Sweden, study mainly in University West, you can see that we make fika at least twice per day. This is very, very good. So, this is very, very innovative country because we have many multinational companies like ABB, H&M, Skype, Spotify, Volvo, AstraZeneca, something like that. And the majority of these companies, Vest has agreements and a very tight relationship that we have conditioned to introduce our students to make their thesis and to make internship there. Let's talk a little bit about, let me see, just to go to my, yeah, it's nice. This, yes, now I can see more. Sorry. Talk about Trollhättan. Trollhättan, the city that located in West. You can see some pictures. That's a good city and a good atmosphere that we have many natural things to do there. I can show you. Before that, located in a strategic location, because I calculated this by car, and nearby in Gothenburg in 35 minutes, Copenhagen or something like 4 hours, Oslo over 3 hours, and Stockholm over 4 hours. Very good location. So Furthermore, located on the west coast of south of Sweden, is not so cold if compared north of Sweden. They have approximately 60,000 people living there and surrounded by a beautiful nature. There are many rivers, they will have many things that you have conditions to practice sport, not so indoors, but you have a good nature that you can practice that. And located in a small city that everything is close by, no traffic and overcrowded streets. And the Trollhättan is the headquarters for some big and high-tech industries, guys. So this is one example that we have, for instance, 3 partners like GKN Aerospace, they're located in Trollhättan, Navis, and Volvo located in Gothenburg, but in 30 minutes you are there. GKN, they are responsible for the development and manufacturing something like 8% of the components for jets and rockets. And the Navis, this is a Chinese company that bought the old plant of, I think so, Saab cars. And nowadays, there are modern plant in Trollhättan that is responsible for manufacturing electric vehicle in Sweden. So, about VEST. Some facts. We are young. We founded in 1990. We have something like 625 employees. We have approximately 5,500 students at campus, close to 6 professors and about 60 doctoral degrees students, PhD students. So this is the heart of our pedagogic model, the work integrated learning. It's a cooperation integration focus since the start of the university. Since 2002, commissioned by the government, developing this kind of procedure to teach and work integrating learning. We believe that we reach knowledge outside of the university as well. For instance, we have a science park that our majority practice lectures we have outside of the university. We have in this science park. And the companies like Volvo, GKN, Saab, they have labs there, and you have practice lectures there, and you can work about your thesis there, and you have a high chance to get a job in this in Swedish companies that we have agreement. So we are small scale, but very, very informal. We have a good atmosphere between employees, professors, and students. We have a high teacher-student ratio. We have all the time open the doors, right? And we have information communication between students and professors. The campus located in a strategic area in downtown of Trollhättan, close to the central station, and close of Innovator Campus, our science park that we call a PTC, Production Technology Center. We have service center to attend our students, employees, and professors. We have a very nice library. We have lectures in the study rooms equipped with the latest technology, and we have 30 student landscapes and 12 computer rooms. This is an example that I prepared for you. I calculated this in Google Map to show you that in 7 minutes or in 500 meters, this is the distance between the central station and the University West. So it's close by for that. And we close by to jogging if you want for a good nature about the river. Nearby of the downtown that we have many bars, restaurants, shopping stores, something like that. So about our PTC, one of the Sweden's newest and largest labs. Our pressure lectures in welding, thermal spray, additive manufacturing, machine and robots we have in this science park. And the University West is responsible to manage this science park, but belongs for the companies that invest a lot of money in high-tech labs for experience to innovate the procedures to manufacture something like that, where the education, research, and business meeting. So this is example of some companies that we have agreements. We have a tight relationship with them. Many of master degree programs that I will show you, these kind of companies request for us and help us to assemble the program. This is we have a very tight relationship between the business and the university. So about our programs, right? We have these programs. We have 12 for 2023. I will pass faster for these programs. And if you're interested for one of them, after this presentation, feel free to ask anything about that, and it will be a pleasure to answer your questions, right? We have a finance, master in finance, just for 1 year, international business for 1 year, information technology manager for 1 year. We are another one of work integrated political study for 2 years that we have a tight relationship with Cape West University, located in South Africa. We have a master's sustainable development open for all kinds of bachelor degrees, and master digital leadership is the same. This kind of 2 programs, we have less hard requirements to apply for that. I will explain after that. So manufacturing engineer for 1 year and 2 years. The programs that you choose for 2 years, it's possible that you make internship one of our partnerships, right? Not so in Sweden, but outside of Sweden, right? We have a robotics automation, master in artificial intelligence and automation, 1 and 2 years, welding technology just for 2 years, and electromechanical vehicle engineer 1 year, and cybersecurity for 1 year. Guys, and we have come soon in 2024 more 2 new programs. One of them electronic vehicle development for 1 year, and operation and supply chain management that they invite me to be a guest professor. So I know the details about this program that we start to prepare to release in 2024. Admission requirements. So usually to request some documents like a previous education requirement, such as diploma, transcript of records, something like that. We have all the details in our web page. We request, of course, English language proficiency requirement. And in this presentation, I show you what kind of test that we request for that, and the minimum required score per test, right? And the letter of motivation, mainly when you apply for our scholarship. Pay attention about that, because the many students ask for us, oh, how can I do that? The letter of motivation, you not put that you did during your bachelor, because we have your transcript of record, we have your diploma, we know what you did. But here you talk about more about you. We want to know why you choose VEST, why you choose Sweden, why you choose the program that you apply, what kind of things that you like to do. We want to know more about you, right? Don't worry about that. And about the application starts since the middle of October, 17 precise. And the deadline for the application for all the programs finalized in January 15. But just for special situations, We open exceptions for late applications. For instance, if you start to finalize your bachelor program, you have just a statement and you need to wait your diploma. This is one of these special situations and other things. Guys, about the tuition fees and the scholarships, right? We have the tuition fees according the program that you choose, but we have between 11,500 euros until 13,000 euros per year. The application fee costs 90 euros approximately, because we make a conversion for crowns, right? It's very important that we not charge anything about the application fee. This fee, the Swedish Institute requested this fee to apply for their website. All the programs you need to apply to the Swedish Institute website. Don't worry to looking for this, because when you push the button to apply our programs, you go direct for this website. And it's not a requirement just so the University West, but for all the Swedish university, you need to apply for the Swedish Institute website. So we have a scholarship. University of West has a scholarship that we offer 25% waiver for on-campus programs. And I put a good information here, because the majority of the students ask, oh, the living, how much to live in Sweden? Oh, I heard that Sweden is very, very expensive. It's not so expensive. Approximately between 600 until 800 euros per month, depends of your lifestyle, right? So, at your service. For pay students, we offer a free health and accident insurance. We offer a pick-it-up service at the airports in the region, like we have, Jönköping has, Vest, the airport that's nearby the Trollhättan, it's Ladeventer, nearby Gothenburg, and you need to schedule to book with us and for a specific time and the days that we have to offer to you, and we have condition to pick it up you in the in your arrival day. Offer to you support arrange accommodation, not pay for you, arrange accommodation for you when you come. If your application accepted by Vest, you need to fill a questionnaire that we offer many options for accommodation. After that, we worry for you book for that. When you come back, you go direct for your accommodation. General introduction for all international students. We have 1 week that we offer to you a tour about Trollhättan, about in Trollhättan, in Vest. You will know all the stuff that we offer to you. And we have a special visit to IKEA, that you have condition to buy many things up for your accommodation, for you, something like that. It's really, really good. And we offer a free membership in the student union, that you prepare a special card for a student card, and you have many discounts spread around Sweden for students, right? Offer for you as well for free a Swedish course. If you want to learn in Swedish, if you have intention to make a master program in Sweden and to get a job in Sweden, definitely you need to know Swedish. So we have condition, we offer to you this opportunity to start your Swedish study for the future if you have this intention. And at least, but not, this is a final, but it's really, really good for you. We offer to you as well a guidance to counseling, career counseling, IT support for any things, any doubts, or any problems that you have for connection in the Wi-Fi, for some problems about your equipment, something like that. We offer a free Wi-Fi everywhere on the campus and academic support. If you have some problems or difficulty in math or to decide for your career, we have conditions to help you. Many students ask in the in webinars, 100%, I received this ask. Can I have condition? Can I job? Can I work in Sweden? Yes. During your studying? Yes, possible for work part-time. And our academic calendar offer to you time to do that. But this is very important that if you don't know Swedish, it starts to be a little bit hard. But I have students nowadays that they don't speak Swedish, but they work there. After to complete your studies, yes, the government, your resident, what's the name? Residence permit, they offer to you stay 1 year and look for a job. Okay, so to the end, this is the contact, Thomas Bengtsson, they are responsible for that. This is the email that you have conditioned to send all your doubts. This is some videos about Sweden, University West, our science park, and about Trollhättan if you want to see more, because I prefer now, after the end of this presentation, to talk about more your questions. And taxonomy, it's thank you so much in Swedish. And this is our social media by website, by email, and Facebook as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Giovanni, for such a wonderful presentation, very precise. I think it was also very full of interesting information for all of our participants, more or less everything one needs to know before transferring abroad to start the university path. So we already have some questions on our Q&A box. If one of you still wants to ask something to our Professor Giovanni today, you can write on the Q&A section you will find here below on the Zoom menu. So we have here a question that says, is there any scholarship for masters in AI and automation?
Yes, that I said, we offer a scholarship that we have a discounted 25% on the tuition for all the programs, not so for AI and automation, for all the programs.
Okay, so it's not specific for one program, but it's for any student that starts at University West, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much, Giovanni. Now, another question says, do I need proficiency in English? Do I need English proficiency I'll start again. Do I need English proficiency if English was the medium of instruction during my undergraduate studies? I think this refers to if you need to have an English certificate, an English certificate language.
Yes.
If a person studied in English before.
Yeah, I follow some cases that some students make something like part of their bachelor in English, but if you have a certificate, I think we need to check that, but because I'm not responsible for journalizing the documents, but I know that if you have over 30 ECTS in English, it's conditioned to accept without 2 English test.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. We have another question about scholarships. Is the scholarship fully funded or for a percentage of the fees? and any working possibilities to support for minimize cost of living. I think you more or less talked about that during your presentation, but if you would like to add something else or to sum it up, just to reinforce the concept.
I think I hear another one here.
I'm sorry?
Sorry, it's
okay, can you hear me okay now?
yes.
Oh, okay. Yes, the question I was referring to is if the scholarship is fully funded, or there is a percentage of the fees, if it covers only a part of the fees, and if there are any working possibilities to support the cost of living. I think you already talked about this during the presentation, but if you would like to, to sum up the idea or to add something to that aspect of University West.
Lucy, about the internship, not internship, the scholarship. I need to talk this. Many students ask us about the full scholarship. The Swedish Institute, they offer a full scholarship, but we usually do not put in our presentation because you are not responsible for that. So when the students apply in Swedish Institute concerning our programs, check about that, what kind of full scholarship that they have for your country. Because I don't have condition to analyze all the countries that said, this is scholarship for your country, this is for your country, for your country. And I suggest to apply there. And you have condition to apply for our scholarship and their scholarship. If you get one of them, that's okay. You cannot choose the both. No. And the scholarship not overcome, our scholarship not overcome the living cost. But I think that there are another scholarship, depend of your country, maybe they have condition to cover the living cost. Okay. You asked me about the internship, right? Or not?
Well, that question I read didn't talk about internships, but if you want to explain something about the internships, I think will be appreciated by the audience.
Yes, of course. So we are one of the value of the VEST that we have a tight relationship between the companies or the marketing, depends of your program, and university. Doesn't make a sense you stay just in theory. So we have almost 100% of your students start to make a thesis. We have contact with the companies. I have one example. For instance, a GKN, and GKN they have a specific problem or a help to develop a specific procedure to manufacture a special component for jets. So for students, for instance, in welding, okay, we have this. So they apply for that, and for programs that you have 2 years, the second year, you focus your thesis there. And you have a supervisor by VEST and another supervisor of the company. After that, you increase a high chance to get a job in the company, depend of the result of your thesis. We have this. And the majority of the internship, the companies pay for that, right? Or cover, for instance, if you do this in Volvo that locate in Gothenburg, and they need that you stay there, depend of the internship, they cover the living cost there as well. This is an example. It's not, oh, this is. No, this is one example.
Okay, it's a very interesting example, though, because in many countries, there are no possibilities of finding a paid internship, for example, which is
yes, indeed.
Which is the case you were talking about. I think it will be very appealing for our audience today. So we do have more questions. There is someone that asked what opportunities of scholarship programs we have from Nicaragua. So as you were saying, they're general for all the programs, but maybe there could be some opportunities from specific countries, is that right? As you were saying before, maybe some countries, they offer themselves a specific scholarship that the student can take advantage of.
Sorry, I don't understand this question.
Yes, it's the last question you will find on the Q&A box. It asks what opportunities of scholarship programs we have for Nicaragua. So it will be for one specific country. So as you were saying before, the scholarship opportunities are for everyone, right? You don't have any scholarships per country, but maybe they will find privately some scholarship in their countries, all right? So that's why you were talking about that you can have one or the other. You cannot have both. Is that correct?
Yes, yes. That I said, the Swedish Institute has a scholarship, but they divided not per country, regions. For instance, I'm a Brazilian. I know that there are a specific, just one kind of scholarship for Brazilians. And they merge with Africa, all South America, Central America, North America as well, for instance, just for Brazilians. I don't know for Europe, right? But you need to check. Lucia, can I mention another thing that's very nice to,
sure,
yeah? We have an international internship as well. For instance, we have many companies and the university that they are our partnership. So for instance, in Brazil, here, Vest has an agreement with Santa Catarina State University, and they are in negotiation that they receive the students there here, and they has condition to make internship in Brazilian company. So we have this in United States, Mexico, Colombia, Brazil, Thailand, China, South Africa, many around the countries, spread around the world. So it's a good opportunity to internationalize as well.
I see, that's very interesting in fact. Thank you very much for that, Giovanni. So about the rest of the questions we have, there is one that says if you offer Swedish language courses.
Yes, for free.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Is that mandatory? Is that part of the program, or is it an option?
It's not mandatory. It's not mandatory.
Okay. Are those for beginners, or you have also intermediate level or advanced?
To beginners. To beginners.
For beginners. Okay. Okay. So we have another question about city. Thank you for the presentation. Which are the main attractions of Trollhättan city?
Let me see. Where is it? Can you repeat again, please?
Yes. Hi, thank you for the presentation. Which are the main attractions of Trollhättan city?
What got more attractions in Trollhättan?
Yes, I think it's referred to, you know, the things to see in the city, what you can do, what you can see in the city, what you can find in the city.
I will talk about my opinion, personal opinion, because I stay there for a specific time. This is very calm. This is safe. Nearby, one of the second biggest city in Sweden. In my personal opinion, I prefer Gothenburg instead of Stockholm. Stockholm, very tourism, and Gothenburg, it's a big city that in 30 minutes you can go there, you enjoy too much. But in Trollhättan, you have you can practice any sport indoor and without indoor. I practice jogging, for instance. I swim in there, except on the winter, of course. But they have a stadium that they have many gyms that you have condition to go to practice there. They have many restaurants, and the academia in Swedish. How can I say this in English? The student union, they prepare many attractions, many trips to make a good atmosphere between international students and that other one. It's really, really, really good. So in my opinion, Trollhättan, they have many, many things to do there. But of course, many people go to Gothenburg to enjoy, for instance.
Yes, like the one of the main point of reference of the region, right? So another question is, I really want to study cybersecurity in master's, but my bachelor program was English and Italian philology. Am I eligible for this to apply?
So he said, can you specify again part in English?
Yes, it says they want to study cybersecurity in master's, but their bachelor program was English and Italian philology.
Okay, so I'm responsible to help you to our application. To analyze the documents and this kind of details, I don't have condition to answer because I'm not belong for this kind of study field. But you can send an email for that I mentioned in my presentation. I think that they have condition to reply you.
Okay.
Sorry.
Is there maybe an email address they can write to have more information on this topic?
Sorry.
Or maybe yeah, is there an email address where they can write to have more information?
Yes.
Okay, can we put it on the chat?
Let me see.
Okay, we're putting the information on the chat, so you can maybe go further with your questions and have a more tailored assistance, of which any case in particular regarding the admissions, for example, and the different intakes and the different situations depending on which degree you're coming from and which country you're coming from and the different options you might have.
Yes.
Okay, I see right here. I will put it where I want to see. Okay, study at universitywest.se. There you can find more information. So going on with the questions, we have another one that says, is the industry linked for the teachers, and what are the companies already linked in the electromechanical vehicle design? Okay, this is a complicated question. So I guess it's asking if the connection with the university and the industry goes through the teachers, and which are the companies involved for electromechanical vehicle design.
So this is very specific, very, very specific. I don't have condition to reply for that, but I think that is true. We, the majority of our professors, they are consulting as well, and they have many projects with these companies. We have a good tight relationship with that for do that, but I don't have condition to answer this.
Okay, so maybe the student who placed this question can do as we said before. They can send an email to study@universitywest.se for further information about this very precise, specific specific situation. Thank you very much, Giovanni. We have another question that says, do you accept students from open universities?
Sorry?
Do you accept students from open universities?
What means open universities in Europe?
Well, we should ask the student who placed the question. Maybe they intend public universities.
Yes, of course.
I imagine.
Yes, yes,
It doesn't
indeed.
specify really, but maybe that's what they're talking about. So another question is there a Master of Science around data science, machine learning, data analytics, or business analytics?
Sorry, what's the question?
Yes, is there a Master of Science about data science, machine learning, data analytics, or business analytics?
For what?
I think it's a program on those topics.
But I don't understand what he wants about this.
If there's a program about that, do you offer a master in data science or machine learning or data analytics or business analytics?
Machine learning, yes, you can see that, but data science, no.
Okay. And business analytics?
No.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Giovanni. Okay. There's another question. If you offer PhD degrees.
So this is very important to mention here. PhD, we cannot apply for PhD because PhD in Sweden, it's a job. So if you want to make a PhD, we need to contact you for in another way. I don't know how, but I can talk about me. I'm PhD, but I did my postdoc in Sweden, and my university has an agreement with Swedish university, and my research group contacted the leader of the another research group, and we have this connection by agreement. Okay, so for application, we don't have application for PhD students. In this channel about me and about the recruitment, we cannot recruitment. It's another case in specific, and I don't have condition to answer because I not work about that.
Okay, so maybe they can always write to study at universitywest.st and maybe they can further inform you about that. So
maybe, yeah, maybe someone sends a mail for this email, ask about that, and the people that reply for that for a good direction to
they will
analyze
know who to forward the question to. Yes, that's good. Thank you very much. So do you remember that a couple of minutes before someone asked about admissions from an open university? We weren't sure what it was about. So the student wrote again, and it said it's online university. Do you accept students from online university?
I suspicion about open universities online. Yes, indeed. Yes, definitely yes. Because it depends. We have some distance learning programs, and of course, if your certification approval is European Union, that's okay, no problem. It's a regular program like on campus. We don't have the difference between each other, definitely.
Okay. Okay, that's nice to know, to be inclusive and open to all the backgrounds. So we have another question. How long does it take before a student can start working after arriving while studying?
Oh, I put this in my presentation, but I can do the same. When you receive the residence permit, you are allowed to work in a part-time until the end of your program, conclude your program. After that, you have 1 year more. Okay, this is not a rule of VEST. This is a rule of Sweden. So that's okay. After that, you have a problem in this meantime that you're not around looking for another job or finalize your deadline about your job. You need to talk with immigration. Okay. But it's legal, totally legal. When the people apply for a residence permit, they have all the information precise in Svenska migration, Swedish immigration. They have everything precise. They have a very nice process mapping to follow step by step, and what it means this, what is not allowed, what's allowed, and one of this to work after. In the past, you had just 6 months, but now they increase for 1 year.
Okay. Okay, so thank you very much. And we have another question more or less related that says, what kind of visa do you need to have?
Yeah. We don't like to talk about visa because it's not our responsible. It's totally responsible for the student. So depend of your country, right? For instance, in Brazil, they have a specific procedure because we have a very, very nice relationship between Sweden. We don't need a visa. We need just a residence permit. I don't know what kind of relationship that your country has with Sweden. For instance, China, they have another kind of procedure. Pakistan, maybe another kind of procedure. Brazil. So you need to check in the website of Swedish immigration. This is my suggestion.
Okay, and as we were talking when we were preparing for this webinar, Giovanni, it's very important for an international student to be organized and to get informed in time, because the bureaucratic processes of the admissions and getting a visa, they take a lot of time. So it's better to be prepared in advance and in time, because you have, for example, as you were saying, find out which are the visa requirements for your specific country, and they may take long or not, but it's better to be informed in advance. Is that right?
Perfect.
Thank you. Okay, we have another question. If there is an application fees waiver.
The application fee? What?
If there is an application fees waiver, I guess, for the university programs. Application
fee depend the price, the amount. She needs to specify this. What kind?
Oh, the question doesn't say, but it depends. What you were trying to say is that it depends on the program. Each program may have different application fees.
If you go to the website and choose your program that you want, and we have the price precise. Okay. Okay. Because I confused about the fee to apply is different, but she talk about the person asked about the tuition, right?
No, they actually asked the fee to apply, the application fee.
Yeah. The fee, you need to go to the Swedish Institute. This is a standard. If you apply for another Swedish university, this is the same. And when you go there, start to apply, they have steps that you put one of the first to receipt that you pay for this fee, right? I know this. So I think that they charge for that to pay all the people and the infrastructure that they have this to merge all the application about all the Swedish institutes, right? We not charge for that. Okay. Okay, that's very nice to know. So we do not have any more questions at the moment, Giovanni. So I don't know if there's anything else you would like to add before we end the presentation. If there's anything else that you would like to reinforce or to add to all the content you offered us today. So you don't have anything else to add, Giovanni? Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time, guys. And I hope to see you invest. Okay, Giovanni, thank you very much for your time and for all the information you offered to us today. Thank you very much for all of our participants.
for your time and your interest in University West. If you'd like to require the certificate of attendance issued by Docsity, you can send an email with your first and last name and the email you used to register for this event at webinar@docsity.com. I'll say it again, webinar@docsity.com. Tomorrow you will receive an email to thank you for your time today and your participation, and you will receive there the registration of this event so you can watch it again and maybe share it with your friends. So thank you very much for being here. Please stay safe, and we'll be looking forward to see you again on the next event of Docsity in partnership with University West. Have a nice evening.